Are we ready?
Yes, Chris is in the room with me.
Hi, Tina. It's nice to meet you.
Same here.
Would you and Chris like to introduce yourselves briefly? Let us know like what you do at the NGA, and then we can get started with today's presentation.
Okay, sure. So my name is Tina Pinkard. My current job title is I'm the Deputy Chief Financial Executive here at NGA. I've been with NGA for 38 years, but I have had many titles during that time. So I've worked across the agency in different areas doing different things, and actually worked out in the intelligence community during those 38 years. But I am here in the Financial Management Directorate, and I work with Chris Zimmerman.
And hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Chris Zimmerman. Good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. Anyway, so my name is Chris Zimmerman. I'm the comptroller at NGA. That essentially means I'm responsible for the financial management compliance functions for the agency. That includes things like audit and internal controls and things like that. I've spent 26 years in the Army prior to joining NGA about 5 years ago, and really a pleasure to be with you all today.
Well, thank you both so much. I'll leave the floor to you to start your presentation. And just so our viewers are aware, you're not missing out on any of the video because of security concerns, obviously with the government involved. We won't be having our speakers come onto camera today, but we will be presenting their presentation and all their slides for y'all to see. So with that, take it away.
Okay, well, if you could put the slides up for me.
All set and ready to go.
All right. Okay. So I don't see them yet.
You might have to turn on your, you might have to look for your video window so that way you can see the screen share that's happening. The other way to do it is to look on the website, but I think in your Zoom slide share, you should be able to see the screen that's being shared.
Okay. All right. Well, a little technical difficulty, so we'll go ahead. I don't see that, but so you should be seeing the National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency NGA Overview title page. So again, National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency. So if you can go to the next slide.
Yep.
So this slide shows the big six that make up the intelligence community. All in all, there are 17 agencies that make up the intelligence community, but these are the top six that have the majority of the employees in the community. So NGA is one of those six, and you probably have heard at least some of these that are on the list simply because of movies and TV shows. However, most of the people
Oops, so sorry about that. It looks like Tina just got muted. Tina, if you can hear me, please feel free to turn your audio back on so that we can hear the rest of your presentation. All right, while we work on getting Tina back online, I just want to say thank you to everybody for your patience. Obviously, putting on these events is a lot of moving pieces, and we want to try and strive to make sure that these events are as seamless and professional as possible for y'all. But, you know, sometimes things just don't go as planned. So while we work on getting Tina and Chris back and getting their audio back, I just want to say thank you to everybody who is joining us for this chat. I know that it is a little bit off of our scheduled event for today, but we are very, very happy to welcome Chris and Tina from the National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency for a closer look at the NGA and what they do. It looks like we might have lost Tina. So I don't know if Chris is able to turn his audio on and join us that way, but if not, we will just you know, kind of carry on as best we can. It looks like we might be getting her in from the green room shortly. So thank you so much to everyone for your patience. We really, really appreciate it as we you know, as we strive to make these events as you know, as smooth as possible for all y'all. All right, it looks like we're getting Tina back and trying to get her onboarded. Now, as we are going along here, please feel free to share questions in the chat thread if you like. We will try and put those forward to our speakers if time allows. But we're also really interested to see what you all are doing and what you all think of these summits that we do put on. Now, obviously, this is a little bit more of a hiccup than we're used to. But if you are loving this summit and have ideas for what we could do better, I really encourage you to take this survey that I just sent into the chat. It's a 2-minute survey. It lets us know what you like about these events as well as what you don't like. That honest feedback is really, really crucial to us to make changes and make improvements to our virtual events, especially since in 2021, we'll be hosting one of these mini summits every month. So we're really excited to keep bringing you this really amazing programming and really get give a platform to people that need to be heard so that we can keep working to remake our society, remake our businesses, and really move forward through the quarantine and the pandemic, as well as through all the social justice reforms and things that need to happen in our world. So it looks like we've got a lot of people in the chat that are really helping out here and really giving us a lot of leeway here. So thank you so much for that. I do see a bunch of people that are connecting in the chat thread via LinkedIn. That's super awesome. I love to see it. Just keep in mind that if you are looking to network and expand your community, we are hosting we're hosting networking events from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. We had one this morning, and we're going to be hosting another one tomorrow and Wednesday as a nice lead-in to our virtual summits. So please feel free to go ahead and sign up for those if you'd like and join us for the session. It also looks like we might have the presentation be able to continue. So let me see if we can bring that person up to the mic and keep going with the rest of our presentation.
Hi, Meg. My name is Jihei Rhodes, and I work in NGA's talent acquisition office, so basically our recruitment office. I will just keep going with the presentation until we hopefully get Tina and Chris back. So also you'll have to excuse me. My neighbors are doing construction, so if you hear some loud noises, it might be that. But just to continue where Tina left off, so NGA is a part of the Big Six in the intelligence community, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, just because of TVs and movies, but not many people have heard of NGA, which is the National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency, but we do a lot of cross-collaboration with these agencies, and we work in a similar caliber to them. So if we can go to the next slide. So what is geospatial intelligence, or GEOINT? So geospatial intelligence is NGA's main product. And when most people think of GEOINT, they think of imagery. GEOINT is the foundational layer of NGA's analysis. So all of our intelligence is geospatial intelligence, but it's a lot more than just imagery. It's an evolved intelligence discipline that tells you exactly where someone or something is and why it's important. So the biggest thing is, if you can see something on a map, if you can look at it on a chart, if you can reference it spatially, it's most likely GEOINT. And just to give a little bit more insight, if you've used GPS, if you've used Google Earth, then you most likely have used GEOINT, and all of those things are fueled by GEOINT that is produced by NGA. Can we go to the next slide, please? So moving on to our workforce. So NGA has a decently large workforce. We're a majority civilian agency with 30% contractor support and about 4% military. We have two headquarters in our primary headquarters are in Springfield, Virginia, and St. Louis, Missouri. And those are where a majority of our people are housed, but we also have over 100 locations in the US and over 40 international sites across the globe. And on the right, under career services, you'll see our 12 career services, which are basically functional job groups that are spread across the agency. So you can just, by browsing the career services, NGA needs people with a vast, like a wide skill set to support our mission. And we'll go into the career services a little bit more on the next slide, please. So here you can just view our career services a little bit better. You can see them more in depth. So you can see that they're split by core mission and mission support. Core mission are the people who are creating and carrying out those GeoInt products. So analysis, they deliver geospatial intelligence, and all the ones below it, they just help in creating those products that we send to the military, that we send to politicians to help inform decisions. And then mission support is where people who are helping the people who do the core mission. So I am in human capital. We work in human development, basically human resources. Without human capital, the people in core mission wouldn't be able to get paid, or they wouldn't have benefits. And similarly for financial management, the description says provide sound financial management through analyzing NGA's requirements and making sure that we're properly utilizing the funds that we have across the agency. So it is a very big role because we need money to do everything, right? We need funding, we need the proper funds to be allocated in the right areas. And it is a smaller sect of NGA, but again, very important and very crucial to our function. Can we go to the next slide, please? So now you'll see our eligibility requirements and locations. So because we are a government agency, our eligibility requirements are a little bit more strict. So you can see you have to be 18 years old. It says by October 1st, 2020, but it's really by the time you apply. We have to be a US citizen. That's a very big one, because you have to be able to obtain and maintain a clearance, a top secret compartmented information clearance with the CI polygraph. And for those clearances, you do need to be a US citizen, and you also need to be able to pass a drug test. And then we have some information on the internship program. And then again, you'll see our main locations is Springfield, Virginia, which is in the Washington, DC metro area, and St. Louis, Missouri. Can we go to the next slide, please? So what makes NGA an employer of choice? So NGA has a very important and enduring mission. So like mentioned before, we support the safety of our troops and the safety of our nation. It's something that you can go into work and feel good that you are making an impact, a true impact on people's lives, people's livelihood, because we do support humanitarian crisis, like I mentioned, the warfighters. So many different parts of the world are genuinely touched by our agency. And then when you look at the career development opportunities, because of the way our career services are structured, and those reviewed on the previous slides, there is a lot of flexibility that has been built in within our agency, so we can get a wide breadth of knowledge. So I came in as human capital because I'm in marketing, human resources, but throughout my career with NGA, I have many opportunities to, if I'm interested in maybe data, I have opportunities to go into data. I have opportunities to learn more, to shadow people who are working with data, and potentially work in a data field. And it's similar for all fields. If I decide I want to go into financial management, NGA does have a college where we can take classes and where we can learn things and potentially apply for a job at NGA in their financial management career service. And they really do encourage that you move around the agency so you have a better understanding of how things work. We also provide joint duty rotations. So if you think back to the Big Six, we have something called JDRs that allow people to if I want to work at the FBI for maybe 2-3 years and there's a position for a joint duty rotation, I can apply to that and work as an NGA employee at the FBI or NSA or the National Reconnaissance Office or any of those, honestly, any government agency that works with JDRs with our agency. And that's also a really great way to just broaden your experiences, to broaden your understanding of how big picture government works. So that's another really exciting opportunity we have. One thing that really sold me on NGA is the amazing work-life balance. One of my favorite things to talk about is the Advantage Fitness program, and that's basically out of a 40-hour work week, 3 of those hours can be fitness, they can be exercise. So that was really nice. You can go on a walk, especially during COVID. You can, when we're in the building, we do have a gym in the Springfield location. And that's just a really nice way to kind of step away, take a step back from work and kind of just take a breath and to take a moment and to do something that is stress relieving and fun. We also offer compressed schedules. So some people work 9 hours a day and take every other Friday off or every other Wednesday off. Some people work 10 hours a day and take every Friday off. So they do have very flexible schedules for you to work. And of course, telework opportunities, which has grown a lot during COVID, but even before COVID, you had the opportunity to have an ad hoc telework schedule. So maybe every now and then, if you have work you want to do at home, you can do it at home. If you want to do trainings and kind of be away from the building, you had the opportunity to telework for maybe a day or a few hours to get that work done in a more quiet space at your house. There's also challenging work. What I appreciated is the ability to have a flexible schedule, to feel like I was doing meaningful work, but also to be challenged. I didn't feel like I was just kind of going brain numb when I was at work or just, losing my sense to be able to think properly. NGA really values critical thinking. There's a lot of opportunities to take classes to further your development. There's just so many different ways that you can continue to grow at NGA and encounter challenging work. And of course, when we talk about the government, there's always job security, which is pretty amazing. So the need for NGA will never go away because we are directly supporting the safety of our troops and efforts involving the biggest and very critical areas tied to national security. So we actively recruit from every region of the country to ensure we have diversity of thought, but there's so much job security and of course diversity that comes in hand with that. And we have something called special emphasis programs, which are basically our ERGs, but we'll talk about that on the next slide, please. So what is a SEP? So the special emphasis program is a management program to allow equal employment opportunities to minorities, women, and individuals with disabilities. And the goals of these SEP programs is to basically create community and to make sure that NGA is not lagging behind in any areas. You identify problems impacting the workforce and recommend solutions. There are a lot of career advancement opportunities within the SEP programs, but also across SEP programs. And then it's also just a really great way to learn more about different cultures and different groups of people, because our biggest slogan is you don't have to be one to join one. So I am a part of the Asian Pacific American Council, and it's been a great way for me to find mentors and assistance throughout my career. Next slide, please. And again, here we just go into the different SEP programs. You can read all the ones listed. And then again, the tagline, you don't have to be one to join one. And I just think it's, again, a really great way to further career development, but also to broaden your network within NGA and just to, have a group of people who are supporting you, supporting other people. And it's just a very overall well-rounded way to further your career and also just meet some cool people in the agency. Next slide, please. So these are some opportunities for our interns. I know this audience isn't really looking for internships, but we do have full-time opportunities, of course, and student internship opportunities for students looking for work that are graduating within that summer 2022 onward timeline. Next slide, please. And then just some more information about being an intern. We don't have to talk about that too much. Next slide, please. And then questions. You'll see our recruitment@nga.mil inbox, and that is monitored by my entire team. So that's a really great place to send some questions. We also have Andrew Coffern. He is our virtual recruiter, but you can also look for me on LinkedIn. My name, I think I'm the only Jihye Rhodes on LinkedIn. So feel free to reach out to me or my colleague, Jennifer Bailey. And yeah, we're open to taking any questions.
Thank you so much, GA. It looks like we haven't had a lot of questions come in, but one thing that I am always interested in, especially with people that work at such kind of high-powered and a little bit secretive organizations, is can you tell us about like what's your favorite part of working at the NGA?
Ooh, that is a good question. I think my hands down favorite part is the Advantage Fitness program. I think that is a great motivator to get me to the gym. But outside of that, I think it really is the opportunity to mentor other people. It's built into our agency. So there's a formal mentorship program. And through that program, I've gotten advice from people who have had vast experiences and longer experiences at NGA and just gain such insightful views into their career. And also they give me advice on my career. So what are next steps for me? How do I get to where I want to be? I think that's one of the best parts about working at NGA, is really being able to pick people's brains and get everyone's opinions on how to do what I want to do.
That's so great. Thank you so much, Gia, for sharing this with us and jumping in. And you did an excellent job navigating our technical issues. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Now, as we continue on, I just want to give a quick round of applause for that nice presentation from the NGA.